The number you have dialed has been changed.
Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. So basically today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the most basic knotless braid demonstration that I can possibly do for you guys. The last video where I did the goddess knotless box braids, I know that was a little bit difficult to follow. This one is extremely beginner friendly. So pretty much anyone can do this. All right? It's very difficult to actually verbalize this, so it's best if you just watch and follow. I'm going to do it a few times so that you can see. A lot of people always ask me about how I get my part so straight on my own. This is exactly how I do it, step by step. I take the handheld mirror and I hold it in front of me and I look through that mirror into my bathroom mirror. And I literally just go back and forth, holding the mirror and grabbing the part. And also, it's very important that you put whatever kind of jam or gel or whatever it is that you're using on the scalp. It helps with the parting process. It makes it extremely neat. And then you kind of just go back and forth until you get your part right. For me, I'm a perfectionist, so it takes a little bit of time for me to get the part right, and I'm going to keep doing it until it's 100% straight. After you finish your part, you're going to apply the gel to your roots just to make sure that the roots are laid, honey. Okay, so to start this braid off, you're going to section your hair into 3 parts and you're going to proceed as if you are going to do one whole braid. So you're going to cross the hair over one time, but don't do a full braid. You're going to grab the braiding hair, attach the braiding hair to the middle part, and then connect the top right part, and then proceed to finish the braid. I hope this makes sense. It's so hard to explain, honestly. And then you're going to do it again. You're going to take your braiding hair, connect it to the middle strand of your hair, loop it over to that right one. And then you're going to continue with your braid. Practice makes perfect with this. So if you don't get it right the first time, just keep practicing. It took me like 3 times doing box braids to get it like perfectly neat. And even to this day, I be messing up, but ciao. So for me, what I do, I like to feed the hair in as I go along, because if you put all of your braiding hair in at the start, then the top is going to be really thick where your hair is, and where your hair ends is going to get thin. So you want to evenly distribute it throughout your braid. So yeah, same thing. You want to grab the braiding hair in your middle section, loop it over to the right hand strand, and then start with your braid. Make sure you're holding your braids extremely tight. The tighter you hold the braid, the neater it's going to be. So every time you cross over into a braid, just make sure you're gripping extremely tight so that you can have a nice, neat braid. And then you can always add gel to your hair just to smooth it down, because you don't want any flyaways. I want to make sure that this is very thorough so everybody can understand it. I know the way that I did it in the knotless goddess box braid tutorial, it was just a little bit advanced. It wasn't super advanced, but it might have been too advanced for someone who's never done this before. And that's how the braid looks, guys. All right, so I'm going to show this to you guys 2 more times. I feel it's best for you to learn things when you see it. So I section that same part into 2 sections just so I can give you 2 more braids so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So you separate your hair into 3 parts. You take the braiding hair and you wrap it in a loop underneath the middle and the right hand strands of your hair. And then you proceed with your braid as normal. Right in the middle, and then grab the top outer strand and continue with your braid. I connected the braiding hair to the middle strand of my hair and then grabbed the outer right hand side and then continued with my braid. That's how you feed the braid into your hair. One more time. You connect the braiding hair to your middle strand and then you grab your outer strand and connect it. So it's going to form a loop, and then you proceed with your braid as normal. And you just keep doing this, and then you feed in more and more hair depending on how thick you want the braid. For me, generally, I put 3 sections of hair into each braid. If I want it to be thicker, I'm just going to use a thicker section of hair. I don't feel like you need to keep adding and adding and adding hair unless you want the braid to be longer. I wanted to show you guys one other way to do it, another easy way if this is a little bit too difficult for you. It's basically the same thing, but what you're going to do is you're going to start off by braiding your own hair a little bit further out. So you're going to braid your own hair till about like right there. And then you're going to start feeding in the hair. Same exact thing. Connect the braiding hair to the middle section and the outer section in a loop form. Hold tightly and continue with the braid. Really hope that this helped you guys out. If it did, like and comment and let me know if you tried this out. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.